So, what if I told you that you're probably missing out on like over 60% of every single conversation you have? Seriously, that's not an exaggeration. There is a silent language being spoken all around you, right at this very moment. And by the end of this explainer, you're going to be fluent. This quote right here from former FBI agent Joe Navarro, it's the key to everything. See, we're all walking broadcasters, constantly sending out signals about what we're really thinking and feeling. The real question is, are you just hearing the words or are you actually picking up the real message? By the end of this, you'll have the decoder. To really make this hit home, I want to introduce you to someone. Let's call him Alex. And Alex's story, well, it's the story of so many of us who feel like we're playing a game, but we don't know all the rules. Just picture it, Alex, hunched over a desk in some soulless London cubicle, absolutely drowning in a sea of spreadsheets. I mean, he's putting in the hours, right? He's fueled by that lukewarm office coffee and pure ambition, but he's just getting nowhere. In meetings, it's like he's invisible. His ideas just seem to vanish into thin air. He thought he was playing by the rules, but it always felt like everyone else had some kind of secret playbook. And then, one dreary London afternoon, he found it. Tucked away in a bookstore, he found a book by an ex-FBI agent that would give him the key to finally understanding the game he felt like he was losing. Now, look, this is not your average self-help book. The author, Joe Navarro, spent a quarter century inside the FBI, literally reading people for a living. And he wasn't just catching bad guys, he was decoding the silent confessions their bodies were making every single day. Just think about that for a second. More than half of what you're saying in any given conversation comes from your body, not your mouth. It's like your body has its own language, and most of us are completely illiterate. And this isn't magic, okay? This is the science of our ancient, hardwired brain. Okay, this right here is the core of everything. Think of your brain as having two parts. You've got this calm, logical writer, that's your neocortex, but it's sitting on top of a powerful emotional elephant, and that's your limbic system. Now, the writer can plan and speak carefully, craft sentences, tell stories, but when that elephant gets spooked, it's going to react, and there's very little the writer can do to stop it. Your limbic system, that elephant's, it's basically your ancient bodyguard. It is on high alert 24/7, scanning for threats and opportunities. And when it senses something, good or bad, it doesn't wait for permission to act. It's just a pure, unfiltered reaction that reveals the truth of how you feel in that exact moment. That's why they call it the honest brain, and it's our secret weapon for understanding what's really going on. So, how do we actually start decoding the silent language? Well, Navarro's book is an absolute goldmine of insights, but we've boiled it all down to 3 game-changing pillars. If you can master these, you'll have a powerful new lens to see the world through. All right, lesson 1. If you were an FBI agent trying to get the truth out of a suspect, where would you look? Their eyes, maybe? A bead of sweat on their brow? Navarro says you're looking in completely the wrong place. The real story, it starts with the feet. Why? Well, because they're the furthest from our conscious control, which makes them the most honest part of the body. You see, our ancient survival instincts, freeze, flight, or fight, they're all hardwired directly into our legs. Think about it. If your feet are pointing towards the exit during a really boring meeting, your body is basically screaming, "I want to leave," even if you're smiling and nodding. See someone's feet bouncing? That's what Navarro calls happy feet, a genuine, gravity-defying sign of real excitement. And if you see someone's feet locked around their chair legs, that's a classic freeze response. They feel trapped and uncomfortable. So let's check back in with Alex. He's not just reading the book anymore. He's actually living it. He's in the interview of his life. A big promotion is on the line, and this is his chance to put lesson 1 into action. So the interview is going great, at least on the surface. The interviewer is all smiles, saying all the right things. The old Alex, he would have been celebrating already. But the new Alex, he knows that words are only part of the story. And that's when the new Alex glances down and sees the truth. Her feet, like 2 little compass needles, are pointing directly at the door. Her rider is being polite, but her elephant wants to bolt. That's the flight response in action. In that single moment, Alex knows the interview is basically over no matter what she says next. And this insight allows him to pivot and just build rapport for a future opportunity instead of wasting his time. This brings us to lesson 2, and honestly, if you only remember one thing from this entire explainer, make it this. This is the master key that unlocks everything else. It's a simple little filter that will instantly upgrade your ability to read any situation.
Okay, so forget trying to be Sherlock Holmes. You don't need to memorize a whole dictionary of body language. Just ask yourself one simple question in any situation. Are they comfortable or are they uncomfortable? That's it. That is the entire game.
It's really just a simple binary code. Comfort equals confidence and positivity. Discomfort, on the other hand, means stress, low confidence, or it's a red flag that something is off. Your limbic brain is constantly broadcasting one of these two signals. Your job is just to learn how to tune in. Think about it. When we feel safe, we literally open up. We lean in, we expose our vulnerable front. But when we feel stressed, our limbic brain hits the panic button and triggers what are called pacifying behaviors. These are the little things we do to soothe ourselves, like rubbing our neck or fidgeting with a pen. Try it right now. Just touch your neck. It's instantly calming, isn't it? These are the tells that something is off, that the elephant is feeling a little uneasy. Let's see how Alex actually uses this in the real world. He's in a pressure cooker of a meeting, his career is on the line, and he's presenting a new project timeline to his boss. The stakes could not be higher. As Alex presents the new deadline, he sees it, a fleeting, almost invisible gesture. His boss's hand goes right to his throat, a classic pacifying behavior, a huge sign of discomfort. Now, the old Alex would have just plowed ahead, completely oblivious. But the new Alex sees the red flag. He pauses and he says, "I know this timeline is ambitious. What are your biggest concerns?" In that one moment, he diffuses a potential bomb and turns a tense situation into a collaborative one. This brings us to our final and most powerful lesson, what I call the confidence code. This is where you learn not just to read others, but to actually project confidence and authority yourself. And the key is in your hands. You see, confidence is all about expansion. Insecurity is about contraction. When you feel confident, you take up space. Think of a power pose. But the ultimate sign of confidence, according to Navarro, it's hand steepling. Try it. Lightly touching your fingertips together instantly makes you feel more assertive. On the flip side, when we feel insecure, we shrink. We hide our hands, and hiding your hands is a major red flag for being untrustworthy. Your hands are your trust indicators, so always keep them visible. This was the old Alex. Sound familiar at all? He'd walk into meetings like he was preparing for a battle, arms crossed in this blocking gesture, hands shoved in his pockets. His body was sending a really clear message. I'm not confident in myself or what I'm about to say. He was losing the game before it even started. But this is the new Alex. He walks in with an open, confident posture. His hands are always visible, and when he makes a key point, he uses the steeple. It's such a small tweak, but it has a massive impact. He doesn't just sound more credible, he looks it. And because of that, people are finally starting to listen. So, Alex has cracked the code. He's mastered the 3 pillars, the feet, comfort versus discomfort, and the confidence code. Coming up, we are going to see how these skills completely transformed his life. And hey, if you're getting as much out of this as Alex did, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss our next deep dive. Okay, so we've covered the theory. Now let's talk about the transformation. What actually happens when you start applying this knowledge every single day? Let's check out the results for Alex. 6 months later, Alex is a completely new person. Yeah, he got the promotion and a bigger apartment, but that's not the real win. The real transformation is internal. He's no longer just a passive observer in his own life. He's an active participant, navigating his world with a newfound clarity and confidence. And let's be really clear about something. This isn't about manipulation. It's about connection. It's about using your eyes to listen, to understand the unspoken needs, the insecurities, and the feelings of the people around you. It's really about empathy on a whole new level. So, are you ready to start your training? Here's your 7-day challenge. Each day, just focus on one thing. Day 1, it's all about the feet. In a coffee shop, on your commute, wherever. Day 2, spot a comfort display. And by day 7, you'll start putting it all together. Don't judge, just observe. You're building a new muscle, and I want to hear about your progress, so share your biggest aha moment down in the comments below. You know, this is more than just a new skill. It's a new way of seeing the world. Once you start listening with your eyes, you'll never go back. Every interaction becomes richer. The body never lies. The only question is, are you ready to hear the truth? What's the first thing you're going to listen for? So now that you can spot the signs of a high-stakes conversation before it even starts, you really need to know how to handle it. That's why our next explainer on the book, Crucial Conversations, is the perfect follow-up. Go ahead and click right here to learn how to turn conflict into connection.
Thanks so much for watching. Keep observing, keep connecting, and I will see you in the next one.